It is now my honor to introduce our valedictorian, Xammy Nguyenla. The sheer number of Sammy's accomplishments simultaneously overwhelms and amazes me. I remember always thinking that Xammy gave 110% to all his efforts, but I discovered that my assumption was a grievous underestimation. Xammy actually gives 160%, as he is graduating with 60% more credits than is expected for a graduating senior. Moreover, Xammy has been heavily involved with Charter Oak High School's extracurricular activities, holding high positions in key clubs, Sharing Our Humanity, Salsa Club, the Advanced Senior Choral Ensemble, and band. Sammy's time management skills, inherent ability to lead, proclivity for perfectionism, truly awe-inspiring creativity, and unwavering loyalty and dedication correctly imply a poise and maturity well beyond that of an 18-year-old. Once again, please welcome our valedictorian, Xammy Nguyenla.
Hello everyone. Before I begin, I'd like to acknowledge Michael Casto for all of his accomplishments. He is standing on stage right now for achieving the highest GPA of the class of 2015. But more than that, he is the first student in many years to have been accepted to Princeton University. And I'm sure that there are many graduating seniors here today that could describe the way in which he has enhanced so many of our intellectual experiences. Michael Casto. Okay, here we go. I sit in the passenger seat of the hearse, with a coffin carrying the body of my deceased cousin. I didn't know him well at all, but something in the intermingling exchange of air and incense made the moment overwhelming. And so I did the thing that I was taught to do. I breathed. In our lifetimes, we all go through these things, it's undeniable. And while I am supposed to stand here and deliver an inspiring speech about life after graduation, I think that the most valuable piece of advice that I can give out in this moment of silence is to recognize the power and significance of using the past to set a tone for our futures. When I sat in that car, there were so many things running through my mind. Kevin was not much older than me, and I realized that any one of us could have as easily been in his position. But again, I took a breath, and I thought, if I were to pass tomorrow, would I be happy with the mark that I left on this world? This is a question everybody here, including faculty, staff, and families, should be asking themselves. And ultimately, we should all become aware of our legacies and realize that our past conceives a purpose for us, our present propagates that worldly responsibility, and our future beholds it. That worldly responsibility is truly defined by the way in which we value our lives and make something of it. It is immense. Like that train. Thank you. Okay, where was I? It is immense. And for the past 18 years of our lives, we have been guided, we have been trained to fill in the shoes of our mothers and fathers and to fulfill our roles in the community, because at some point, we will take on the reins of leading the new world. Look toward your teachers and your mentors, your parents and your grandparents. Physically turn your heads this way, yes. Physically turn your heads and find an adult figure and recognize that their wisdom, their years of experience, and all of their intellect are ready to become yours. When I look into the vast group of students, or the vast group of people in front of me, I do not see students or graduates. I see our future leaders, doctors, engineers, scientists, and teachers. I see people that are going to shape the world 20 years from now. It is overwhelming, I know. But what I also learned from that experience in the hearse is that the best method of avoiding being overwhelmed by the prospects of both the present and the future is to stop, take a breath, and absorb in the situation. So, breath by breath and with steps, we can do this. Here's a list compiled by yours truly in order to help you with your endeavors. Step 0. Go home today or tomorrow and eat a lot of ice cream because you deserve it after all this hard work. Now take a breath, because this is where things start to get real. Step 1. If this is your path, go to college and grad school. Study hard. But most importantly, and this is for everyone regardless if you're pursuing college or not, take the opportunity to reinvent yourselves in your own image. For a while now, we've been molded into perfect figurines by the people around us, but wherever you may be going, find your place. As Thea said, discover your niche. Take another breath. Step 2. Find a job, one that you are passionate about. When you find that you're able to wake up in the morning feeling blessed for being able to do what you do, then you'll know that you found the right one. Take a breath. Step 3. Get married. Congratulations, your lives are over. I'm kidding, of course, but find the one that you want to spend the rest of your lives with, because being in a partnership with someone that you truly love, not just the first person that would put up with you, can impact your lives in a way that nothing else can. Take a breath. Step 4. Build a family. Many will decide to pursue this step and others will not. It's okay either way. Make sure that when you first set eyes on that annoying, whining specimen of life, that you make a point to encourage them every day to pursue their dreams and allow them to have their own experiences. Remember throughout their growth that you were once in their spots, and remember the frustrations that you sometimes had with your own parents. Allow those memories to guide you in becoming a good mother or father. And finally, the last step, take a huge breath. Step 5, live happy lives. Never should you find yourselves stuck in a situation in which you are unhappy. You should find yourselves feeling as if every day is new, exciting, and eventful, because every day is new, exciting, and eventful. Rejoice in that day that you spend alive, whether it is spent in the hospital, awaiting the end of a life that was rich with happiness, memories, or experiences, or observing the beginning of a new one. Rejoice in the celebration of life, and everything you have accomplished up until that point. But not only that, rejoice in everything that you still can accomplish, because our ability to control our lives lasts until the very end. Those are the steps of life, and while the order or composition of the steps are different for everyone, there is a universal rule. You must determine the nature of your own steps and never allow anyone to dictate them, because while we all needed training wheels and guidance up until this point, we are now adults. We now shape our futures, and only we know is best. When we look forward, there is something absolutely overwhelming, ominous, mysterious, enigmatic, scary, dark, worrying, unknown, labyrinthine, mystifying, unfathomable, transcendental, perplexing, abstruse, and the list goes on and on. But beyond that, there's excitement. Excitement for our futures, and excitement for the many chilling moments like this one that are heading our way. My mother has been telling me, and I'm sure every mother out there in the stands have told all of you, that today is not the end, but the beginning. There's so much ahead of us that all we can do in this moment is just inhale and exhale, and bask in every moment, good or bad. Look up to God, Buddha, Vishnu, Allah, Hashem, the universe, your mother, father, brother, or sister, whoever, whatever, and thank them, because every breath we take tells us that we are alive and that we are thriving. Congratulations, class of 2015. Breathe. I think it's time for our lives to begin.